I've been in the Wayland public school system for 15 years, 7 of which as an elementary and middle school teacher, and 8 now as the director of fine arts and the high school orchestra director. It has been an honor and a privilege to work with the members of the WayCAM team. It has been amazing how they've covered our events, performing arts, from elementary school events all the way through high school productions, how that information is available and accessible to the members of the community. The student aspect, I think, is even more powerful, that we have students who are learning these skills, and not just learning them, but really, really getting in depth, mastering them, and even going so far as to produce their own works, the amazing film festival that happens, and then the career paths that has inspired a lot of our students to take beyond high school.
Ben Shapiro, and WayCAM was the start of my entire career. I signed up to be an intern and just fell in love with production. And one of the wonderful things about WayCAM is that we had a show called Sports Update. It was like Sports Center, but just for Wayland High School sports. Over the course of working at Sports Update every week, I made new friends in the school. We had a whole parade of athletes that would come in and out every week to be a part of the show. And it helped me grow my self-confidence. It helped me grow my social skills. It was really one of those opportunities that just meant so much to me. This year, I got the phone call to come and be a part of Fox's Super Bowl production. And after I accepted the position, I called Jim, and it seemed only fitting, having started at football over 20 years ago. And I called Jim to say thank you and to let him know what I'm up to, because WayCAM still holds a special place in my heart. It's the same phone call I made after I was asked to do both the Winter and Summer Olympics, the last 2 Olympics, and to be a part of the American Ninja Warrior crew. WayCAM is a really valuable community asset, not just in the programming, but even more so in the opportunities it affords those who participate in it. A whole generation of students and generations to come. Please support WayCAM.
Hi there, my name's Mike Genalucci, graduate of Wayland High School 2009, and I was an active participant in WayCAM programming from middle school to high school. Throughout my experience with WayCAM, I got to make so many great memories, meet so many people interested in TV production, and WayCAM even helped me pursue a degree from RIT in film and animation. With the experience I had gained early on, it helped me work for some of the largest media companies in the world, such as NBC Universal, Nickelodeon, and now Viacom. WayCAM has made such an impact on me, and it helped mold my future into what it is now. I can't imagine not having the experience growing up, and can't thank WayCAM enough for the opportunities it's provided me.
I love everything I know about filmmaking from WayCAM. When I was in high school, I used to put doing of WayCAM all options every week in studio. When I was a senior, I produced wrote my own short film with a class of my classmates, and we used the WayCAM story to create our own short film. Without WayCAM, I wouldn't be the film producer I am today. Having a film at South by Southwest and being a successful film producer in WayCAM is a special program because there's nothing else like it in any other school, encouraging young filmmakers to test, evaluate, and create all kinds of amazing work.
How's it going? Evan Barber, class of 2012. My experience with WayCAM started my freshman year, taking TV production and working with Mr. Mullane in that, and it really sparked my interest in producing Sports Update every Wednesday night, and then spending Friday nights at the football field producing the live football games on WayCAM, and eventually broadcasting the games myself. WayCAM really shaped my high school career more than I could have ever imagined. It's given me the confidence to know how to ask the right questions to people that are above me in my job now, and knowing how to listen. It's one of the best skills I've learned from interviewing people on set, as well as live during the football games during my 4 years at Wayland High, and really hope that can continue for generations to come, because without my experience with WayCAM, my high school career would have been completely different.
My name is Jacob SUSSMAN. I was a 2013 graduate of Wayland High School, and I was heavily involved with WayCAM during my time at Wayland High School. Studio was an incredible resource that truly impacted my life. It was the source of my first ever digital video camera, which led me to discover a love of filmmaking and begin to pursue filmmaking very seriously. And having access to that tool really impacted my creative process and ability to develop filmmaking skills. It provided me an incredible space to meet other students interested in film, learn more about filmmaking, write and direct my own films, and also had a large impact on my confidence and ability to manage teams and execute large projects. As a 10th grader, I was allowed the opportunity to direct a crew of students across all class years. And this was one of the first times I really had to go beyond my comfort zone and command and instruct older students. I then stayed involved with the WayCAM studio for several years after I graduated high school. I actually founded a summer film camp, which was run out of the WayCAM studio, and this camp went over 4 years. I think we taught 7 sessions in total, over 30 kids in total enrolled, and this was both an opportunity for myself to explore entrepreneurship and grow as a teacher. In a way, the role had flipped in just a couple of years, and also allowed dozens of middle schoolers in the Wayland community to learn about filmmaking and gain experience with digital cameras. I think it's an incredible resource for the community and has truly just had such a profound impact on my life, and actually led me to study film in college at Wesleyan University. And I just want to say it was incredible to arrive at my university with several years of filmmaking experience under my belt. This really impacted my college experience and, correspondingly my career afterwards. And without those years of preparation and training with Mr. Mullane and WayCAM, I wouldn't be able to do what I do today, which is produce commercials for national brands such as Squatty Potty. I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to begin building these skills at a young age, thanks to Mr. Mullane and the WayCAM studio. And I really hope the studio exists for decades to come so that other students in Wayland can have the same experience I did.
My name is Kevin SKOWRONSKI. I went to WayCAM and immediately I was hooked. It's Jim Mullane who got me interested in TV production, script to screen, film, cinematography. Students could get real world experience when it comes to filmmaking. I can't understate how much of an impact that course has had on me. I still think back to all the days I would spend after school in the editing studio trying to get those final touches together before the film festival in May. The friendships that I made, I still keep in touch with all the people who I worked on my film with. And I've actually made new friends based purely on the fact that we share such a passion for film. Something that I don't think I could have ever said I would have done if it wasn't for Mr. Mullane. I did so much extra work with WayCAM outside of school hours, things like Wayland Weekly, Sports Update. It was fun. It was like I was doing something that I wanted to do, and I was working with people I wanted to work with. I am so proud of what I achieved. I continue to use what I learned from WayCAM in my everyday life, both as a teacher, as a filmmaker, which all rooted from my experiences at WayCAM. Without the experiences that I had at WayCAM, and without the interactions and the courses I took with Jim Mullane, I don't know where I would be right now. WayCAM should be expanded upon. I think we should be giving more students the opportunity for this kind of real-world learning, because this is what universities are looking for nowadays. This is what employers are looking for nowadays. to continue giving students this amazing opportunity.
I'm Tom Leakey. I'm now finishing my last year in college, and I graduated Wayland High School in 2016. And WayCAM was a big part of my experience at that school, especially taking the script to screen class. It was an opportunity for me to, be able to do something that not a lot of other high schools, public high schools anywhere, I think, offer to students. And being able to create your own story, direct something and work with all these actors, collaborate with other students on something artistic that you're really able to do yourself, was just a really special experience. And so I hope that that's something that other students in the future can still enjoy and get a lot out of, as much as I did. And WayCAM just has so many great resources for students that you can't get anywhere else. And, even at college, I go to a College of Fine Arts at BU, and I don't have these resources readily available like that. It was easier for me to make movies in high school almost because of it. And I learned so much about my own process and about how other people work. And it was just a really positive experience. And it's really good people who work there and run that place. And I really hope that things are able to continue as they have been there and grow, if anything.
So I had known that I wanted to go into entertainment in some capacity for a long time. I had done a lot of acting, and I saw myself going into TV or theater in early high school, and then around my senior year, a lot of my friends that I was friends with through the theater program started doing film. They started doing WayCAM, and they started making films, writing them and producing them, and they hired me to do acting, and another friend who was doing films hired me to do write a film score. And the more I got into it, the more movies I started watching, the more I started thinking about movies, the more productions I had been a part of, the more I realized that I really wanted to go into it, and that I would be better suited there than I would be in theater or television. And so it ended up being the thing that helped me decide what my college major was going to be. I'm at Ithaca College. I'm finishing up my senior year as a screenwriting major. I've been a part of a number of productions as a writer and as an actor, and it's become the thing that I'm going to hopefully do for a living once I graduate college. And WayCAM was definitely a huge part of that, definitely gave me my start and actually helped to make me realize, along with all my friends that were doing it, I think that film was something that we really wanted to be a part of. So I think it's a very valuable part of the curriculum.
This is Jason Mai. I'm here to make a video to talk about how WayCAM has impacted my life and how it has inspired me to pursue filmmaking as a career. Mr. Mullane and his honor script to screen program completely turned me around into what I wanted to do. I really didn't have any idea what to do until my sophomore year when my friend Thomas showed me this class, and ever since I've loved filmmaking, and Mr. Mullane is a huge part of us being able to do this, and a lot of high schools don't have this access. Especially when I went to college, talking to other kids, I understood how much of a value WayCAM is and how impactful it is for my career and my journey of filmmaking. I definitely think WayCAM should get more funding and get some new cool equipment and editing stuff. And, I'll see you, Mr. Mullane, and hope you the best. Stay safe, everyone. See you guys around.
I started my involvement with WayCAM at Pegasus, Pegasus, which is a camp in Wayland in, 2007, 2008 now. So I've known Mr. Mullane for coming on 12, 13 years. Mullane has also been a great role model for all of us and a great mentor. He even gave me my first job as a contract worker. WayCAM has given me the ability to learn how to edit and create a new movie or a TV show, and I'd just like to thank him for that.
WayCAM definitely influenced my desired career path. I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do until I got into high school, and I switched back and forth for a while between theater and TV. I still have a huge interest in television. It definitely helped me figure out that I want to be in a production field. I want to be in design or technical ability. I need to learn these things, you know, and everybody here at WayCAM was so nurturing with that, desire that I think that we all have. Everybody here figures out while they're here that this is what they want to do, and it's a great starting off point to going to college and learning everything else that you can learn. It allows you to kind of be ahead of everybody else, I feel like.